so I want to talk to you guys about Aruba. They have an incentive trip tracker too, but we're not going to look at that right now. I mean, I'm opening it right now, but we're not going to look at it. It's in Excel, and I'm sure they probably put some formulas in there for us. That's fun. I guess I'll use it because then I don't have to create something. Okay, real quick, let me share my screen. Okay. Share screen. Boom shakalaka. Okay, so you are now looking at the incentive trip flyer. Let me make it a little bigger. Okie dokie. All right, you guys. There are some of you out there that I know really, really want to earn this trip, right? So how amazing would it be to be able to take your spouse or your favorite family member? I won't tell the others that, you know, they're not your favorite. But to be able to take someone on a Pink Zebra incentive trip. I wish Jason was here for this part right now because he could totally back me up on just how amazing it is to travel with Pink Zebra. I've earned 4 trips now, and I'm already claiming this one. So this will be number 5. I didn't get to go to the British Virgin Islands, but we'll just put that back on the bucket list of something to do later. So the trip is in Aruba. They're still finalizing where the resort's going to be, so I know we'll have more information about that. The point period started on August 1st. So, hey, if you already have sales on the board this month, then you are, you're already earning trip points, which is really cool. To earn the trip just for you, it's 20,000 points. That's for a 4-day, 3-night trip. So it's a little shorter than our usual trips, but that probably means it's even more fabulous. So 20,000 points. To earn the trip for you and a guest, which is my goal this time, some things have changed in our, I won't even say financial situation, but kind of, sort of. Jason's currently on a leave from his job, focusing on healing his AC joint. He's in a lot of pain from that, and the work that he's been doing is not helping things. And then he also, I've talked about this before, he has a vein condition in his legs, so he's in constant pain. There's something wrong with his heel, like, just the work that he's done over the last 15, 16 years has just not really been kind to his body. And we made a decision that we would be just fine with him taking a leave. So he'll be out, or he won't be at the print shop for at least 8 to 12 weeks, but we're planning to reassess things when that time frame comes to decide if he'll go back at all. So I'm excited about that because that means he's my helper. We're going to get so much stuff done. It's going to be great. We're getting into our busy season, so I'm grateful to have some help. So my goal is 39,000 points because the money that I would spend to buy him in actually could be better spent on something boring like a mortgage, or a couple mortgages. But yeah, so that goal, it's a little heftier for me this time. So what's really important is that you set a plan. You got to look at the fact that we have 7 months. And let me actually go to the next page so I can show you guys how you get points. So I don't want to discourage anyone, but I want to be real with y'all. Typically, we have bonus point opportunities. Those do not exist this time. So really, like something Tom said the other day about, the challenges that we've had with the pandemic, he said, when things get tough, you find out what you're made of. And so this trip is really going to show people what they are made of, because it is solely 1 point for every $1 of sales volume you have. And then for every qualified team member you have, it's 500 points. They've got to hit their quick start in their first 30 days, which is $500 in sales volume. And this is really going to show us what we're made of. But honestly, with all of the things that they have coming up for us over the next 5 months, we have an incredible opportunity in our business to sell more than we've ever sold, to hold more parties than we've ever held, to sponsor more team members than we've ever sponsored, but most importantly, to change more lives than we've ever changed through all of those things and more. And so first things first, you got to set a plan. And, you know, I've had conversations with some of you guys who are interested in earning this trip, and you know exactly what you need to do, but maybe in the past you haven't done those things. So you have to decide that this year is going to be the year that's different. If you don't earn this trip, it doesn't hurt me. I mean, it hurts my feelings because we don't get to vacation together, but at the end of the day, whether you earn it or not, it doesn't really affect my business. My business is still my business regardless, but I want you guys on that trip. I want you on that trip. You know, the opportunity for us to get to hang out in Aruba. You know,
who's going on the trip?
Well, I am.
I am.
You are? Yeah. So to get to travel with Pink Zebra, to get to have, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? FaceTime with Tom and Kelly. Y'all, I think they know my name. That's pretty darn cool. They can know your name too. I don't know if that's important to anybody else, but it's pretty cool to me. But yeah, the trips are once in a lifetime trips, you know, and that's probably partially why Jason is wearing his Guinness shirt, right?
Yeah, honestly.
First of all, it's the softest shirt ever. So
it is very soft. Yeah. So never really thought I'd ever get to go to Ireland. You know, me and Lane are both really hard workers, but you know, it was a really cool trip. I mean, if we were going to take it, it wasn't going to be in our 30s. You know, it was probably going to be later, you know, later in life. And
oh yeah, we're in our 30s. I forgot.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
We're getting so old.
But I mean, just if we did get to go, we never would have stayed where we stayed at a castle. You know,
never ever.
That was. I mean, Mark Wahlberg was there while we were there
playing golf. Yeah. He flew in, stay the night, and play some golf, and mosey on out of town.
Mm-hmm. That's the life.
That's the life. Whew. So yeah, the trips are really cool.
I wish to meet so many people like just that have the same. I guess you never know what you have in common with people. I mean, and a lot of those people, you know, you'll click with probably all of them because they're pretty awesome people.
They are. I mean, you know, I knew Heather, Lori, and Danielle all before we went to the Dominican Republic together, but we spent the whole time as a little group. Danielle ordered every drink off the menu for us to drink while we were at the pool. I got sunburned that day. I'm not blaming her. I'm just stating a fact. But those trips are they're something else. They're not like packing up the car and the kids and heading on down to Myrtle Beach. It's different. It's so different. Yeah, they really are bucket list trips. I mean, you know, I know Ireland's your favorite, but I still think that Panama is my favorite just because, I mean, how many times are you ever going to get to say, I rode in a boat made out of a tree trunk?
I can do that right now.
Down a river. That's true. We can do it. We can do it right now. Yeah. Down a river, through the woods, through the jungle, not even woods, jungle, to a tribal village.
Yeah, I'm joking. That was amazing.
It was so cool. Amazing.
In the very next week, it just so happened Morgan Freeman was there to film part of a documentary.
I know.
Which is like,
why couldn't he have shown up when we were there?
It's crazy.
I'd love to meet him. I'd love to have him narrate my life too.
That would be nice.
So the trip. Nina says hi.
Oh, hey Nina.
Aren't you so excited she's back? Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna say Nina's one to watch, y'all. She was kicking butt and taking names back when she was on the team before. So she's back now with a vengeance, but in like a good way. not in a negative way. She's not an assassin. She's going to be kicking butt and taking even more names and hashtag changing lives. So with the trip, you got to make a plan. So let's do some quick math because numbers never lie. If you want to earn the trip for one, and let me just tell you, earning the trip for one is nothing to be ashamed of because that's only how I've ever earned it. I've always paid to buy Jason in until this year when I am going to earn it for two.
And you really have to start, if you want it, you really have to take your business very seriously.
Yes.
I mean, it's, you really have to take it seriously.
Yes. You do. You have to decide, like right now, while you're watching this, that you're not going to make excuses for anything. There's going to be days that you're not going to feel like working. There's going to be days that you don't feel like, messaging a customer. There's going to be days that you don't feel like reaching out to someone to book a party. You have to do all that anyways. You have to.
I didn't want to go take Ava out right then, but
you have to.
You gotta do
That's what he's got to do if he wants to go to Aruba.
Right. I didn't want to clean up poop off the floor either. So, think about it that way.
Right.
Do everything you need to do so you don't have to pick up poop off the floor.
Right. Nobody wants to pick poop up off the floor. So 20,000 points to go to Aruba divided by 7 months. That is 2,857 points. Well, and 14 cents, which is not real, but just 2,858 points, just to be a whole number every single month. So are you going to sell that much this month?
So that number is very scary. But
it is. It is scary.
It's achievable, and the way it's achievable too is by growing your team. I mean, because how many points do you get? 500. You get 500 points for a qualified.
Yeah. So the likelihood of you selling all that to get those points,
it's tough.
It's super tough. Yeah. And I've had, $2,500, $2,800, $3,000 sales months before during a fall season.
But when you like to take that pressure off of you,
yes,
and say, oh, well, I have 2 recruits, that's 1,000 points. I have to sell 1,800,
Well, it's not enough just to recruit them. You've got to help coach them and
just bring them into Melina. I mean, this is the thing. Use Melina as a resource. I mean, she does this stuff in her sleep. She wakes me up in the middle of the night talking.
It's not true.
It is true. But no, she just knows. So just use her as a resource. I mean, she'll do anything she can to help you out.
That's true. That's true. So what I did the other night, and I've got to go back and redo it because my numbers did not work out the way that I wanted them to. It said I was going to have 42 qualified team members, and I'm like, well, I had 10 from July to June, so I don't know if I can quadruple that. So I've got to play with the numbers again. But what I do is I take a piece of paper. It can be any old sheet of paper, write each month, August, September, all the way to February. And maybe do this in a pencil because you're going to do the math and you're going to change it a few times and project out what your sales are going to be for every month. And those numbers, you guys, you're going to have to force yourself to sell dollar amounts that you've never sold before. You really are. So that's going to mean more parties. That's also going to mean talking to more people, or actually just talking to any people, because some of you guys aren't sharing the business at all. Talking to people, sharing our business opportunity, and then when they join the team, it's cheering them on and coaching them to hit that first quick start. What can you do to help them reach that goal? Obviously, we want them to reach it for them. It's not all about trip points for us. And if I find out anyone ever tells someone you need to hit your quick start so I get 500 points, I will personally drive or fly to your location and I will wash your mouth out with soap. I'm being a little ridiculous, but also not, because it's not about our agenda. We should want them to want to hit their quick start so that they get those pink dollars, so that they build some confidence. Can I tell you guys, as a new consultant, how much confidence it builds when you can sell enough to hit that first goal?
So there was something very interesting said, and I can't remember quite who said it.
I don't know. I don't even know what you're going to say.
But they talked about a car, and a car that's on the side of the road that's just stopped, and trying to push that car. getting that car started to push it, it's tough work. It's hard to get it rolling. But the thing is, once you get that car rolling, it's a lot easier to push. You know, you can do it with one hand almost. So think about it, that as your business, the momentum that it takes to get that car rolling and your business rolling will just carry you through like month to month to month to month. And it makes it that much easier every day as you're pushing and pushing and pushing. I mean, it makes it that much easier, you know.
I agree. Push the car.
So knowledge, right?
Yeah. So when you figure out, you know, okay, what do I think I'm going to sell every month? Add that up and then subtract it from 20,000. How many points do you have left? Okay. Maybe in this scenario, you're going to sell enough to have, let's just say 15,000 points, because I can work with that. So then you've got 5,000 points left. That is 10 qualified team members. So how many people do you need to talk to sponsor enough to have 10 qualified? I sponsored 35 people within the last year, and 10 of them were qualified. So what's that, about a third? So does that mean you need to sponsor 30 people? Maybe, maybe not. Your numbers might be better than mine were. I had a whole lot of kidnappers in February. Some of them, I think they just did Club Pink their first month and that's it. So they're not qualified. They're not ever going to get qualified, and that happens. So don't necessarily like put all your eggs in somebody's basket that this person who comes in is going to do it, because they might not. So keep sharing the opportunity. If you're holding more parties, then you're seeing more people. And don't hold parties with the same old people. Like, you know, Jason tells me all the time, like, I got to get out and meet new people. I can't just rely on the customer base that I have. Although I have a pretty stinking fabulous customer base, but I can't solely rely on them. I'd like to, over the next year, double my customer base if I can. And that's, I almost vomited in my mouth, but it can be done. It can be done. If
you miss a month, don't quit. I mean,
yeah, don't quit.
You never know what's around the corner, you know?
Yeah. And
if you don't quit, you either win or you learn.
Yep. That's true. That's true. You either win or you learn. And I don't know if you guys saw the post that I shared yesterday on my personal page. I'm not going to read it to you word for word. I remember probably most of it, but it was 10 years ago. No, that's a lie. 7 years ago. 7 years ago yesterday, I was excited because we had 15 people on our team, and I was heading towards, you know, promoting to manager, and I was working towards my first incentive trip. Well, I did not promote to manager that fall. I did not earn that incentive trip the following February. And here's the thing, I didn't earn the next one, and I didn't earn the next one. It wasn't until the next year, 2017, that I earned my first trip. So can you imagine if February 2014 came around and I didn't earn the trip and I said, to heck with it. This business doesn't work. These products aren't that great. I'm not going to be successful. Sorry, my sister's. It's me. Don't get back right now. We're live, Kelsey. Just so you don't say anything crazy.
You know you have a potty mouth.
So
you got to come by like this.
Yeah, no one saw you. Really smooth. Really smooth. So, what were we talking about? Oh yeah. So I didn't earn the trip, but you know what? Every year, even the years I didn't earn it, my point values got higher. And then it was February 2016. I remember sitting down in that living room, you guys, getting the final orders together so that I could hit the iPad laptop pink dollar level, which I'm super sad that that's not here this time. I don't know why. We can't dwell on that, but I remember that. And so that was my highest points ever. I had over 17,000 points that year. The next year was Panama, and I had, over 24,000. The next year was Dominican Republic, and I had 32,000. I don't remember how many I had for Ireland, and I don't really remember how many I had for.
Enough to win.
Yeah, enough to earn it. That's all that matters. So say all that to say, this isn't the end of your business if you don't earn it, but you've got to do everything you can possibly do. You got to give it your best effort. And at the end of the month, if you use the tracker that Pink Zebra shared in ZebraNet, you've got a place to put your goal and your actual, sales volume for the month, your actual points for sponsoring. And if you are totally confused and need help, or if you literally need someone to help you plan it out, just let me know, because I've crunched the numbers a million times before, for sure. And then if you tell me I want to sell $2,000 this month, I'm going to say, okay, how many parties are you holding? Because, we're not traveling door-to-door salesmen, so we're not going to go, walk around neighborhoods for 8 hours a day, hoping people open the door for us so we can sell them some sprinkles. We're going to be smart about it, and we're going to do the thing that we know gives us the most sales volume opportunity, and that's a party. The party is so important. And for those of you who did attend Hometown Reunion, the minute the email comes out with the training from the Pink Zebra training library, as they're calling it, make time to watch all of that. You're getting training from 3 experts, Amanda Todd, Brenda Sturr, and I think her name's Melanie Moore. And then you're getting 4 trainings from consultants, Pink Sapphires, Dana Lucanis, who we love, yay Dana, Shannon Stewart, Diana Pence, and some chick named Melina Dixon. You may have heard of her. But go watch all those, because those trainings are all designed to help you succeed this fall. It's everything you need: how to sell 2,000 plus in a month, how to sponsor, how to have great customer service and build your customer base. And then Dana's is really really business focused, the things that she does to be successful and to work her business every day, how she left a corporate 6-figure income to do Pink Zebra full time. So if those things alone don't totally catapult you and get you fired up, then I really don't know what will. Plus then we've got the things from Brenda and Amanda and Melanie, and it's all social media focused. So it's all the things that you need to be smart about how you run your business online this fall and beyond.
And what really separates the high achievers from the not so high achievers is learning every single day, growing every single day. You're not the same person you were yesterday. And if you are,
did something wrong.
Yeah, you did.
And that actually is a really good segue into Ed Mylett.
So if you guys don't know who Ed Mylett is, I would definitely encourage you to go check out some of his YouTube content.
He might say bad words, just be aware.
But he's real though. I mean, he told this story just about him and his grandfather, and it had pretty much everybody, including himself, in tears. It
made us all cry.
Moving. So, but it's going to be hard to kind of grasp you like he does. So please go out and watch the videos. Yeah, it's amazing. And actually, what was interesting, he actually shared one of Melina's stories on his
I tagged him on my Instagram stories, and then it's called a mention. So he mentioned me, which meant he shared that story in his story. So immediately I was like, he knows my name.
He talks about that. He talks about trying to be different every single day.
Yeah, better every single day. And I don't have my workbook notes. Oh, another thing, you guys. So if you register for Hometown Reunion, you got a workbook. If you didn't register for Hometown Reunion, I shared a link to the workbook, maybe in here. If not, I'm going to put it up in this post when I'm done. On September 1st, everyone, whether you went to Reunion or not, you're going to have access to the 4 consultant trainings I talked about and the 3 expert trainings. They're making it available for everyone. So you want that workbook link because you want to have a place to take notes for all those things. And so Amanda and Brenda and Melanie, they all have very specific stuff in their sections of the workbook. Amanda's is like 6 or 7 pages. So a lot of resources, and you get access to that even though you didn't you didn't register for Reunion and pay the money. Watch the videos, take the notes. It's all good stuff. It's all good stuff, you guys. And one thing that Ed said, and this may or may not make sense for you based on your life, so you may have to kind of tweak it and make it your own, but he says you know, how he gets so much done is he turns his one day into 3 by creating mini days. So 6 a.m. to noon, he treats that as a day. He does everything he absolutely can to work his business, to spend time with family, to focus on his faith, to focus on his health. He does all those things in that 6-hour period that some of us barely get done in 8 or 12. And then at noon, clock, dings, and it's a new day. And so he spends the next 6 hours. He uses the phrase like maxing out. So he's maxing out that time. What work can he do? What meetings can he go to? What can he do with his family? What can he do for his faith, his health? And then at 6 o'clock, hopefully he has dinner first. And then between 6 and midnight, that's the 3rd day. And so in a week where we have 7 days, he has 21. That's kind of crazy. So in a month where we have 30 or 31, he's got, don't make me do math, he's got like 85.
And he's probably got 85 times the income.
Yeah, I make $1, he makes $85.
Yeah.
Is that right? Did I do that math right?
85 times, I think so. Are you? Yeah, okay. I'm not even gonna say anything. But yeah,
I didn't use my calculator.
That's good.
So that's just one idea of how you can make the most of your time. All of us are guilty of wasting time.
I know I'm guilty of it.
I mean, it's so easy,
Yeah, it's very easy.
You want to sip that coffee and get sucked into 5, 6, 7 episodes of The Office on a Saturday morning. Guilty, done it. It's easy to do all those things, but if you want to have what you've never had, you have to do what you've never done. And so you're not going to have to work at this speed forever. I promise you.
Unless you want to. Yeah, I mean,
but it gets easier.
For us, I guess me and Melina have always kind of been
you already said
really
that.
hard workers.
You already said that.
But I'm gonna say something else too.
Okay.
We felt like our background, we've had to. I don't know if you know much about our background, but we met really young. We moved out on our own
I was 18.
She was 18. I was 19, right?
Yeah, we signed our first apartment lease on my 18th birthday.
And we've never been really back home. We've never had to move back in, because we felt like we have to do this. When you don't give yourself a choice but to win, then you'll win, and you have to have that mindset. You have to have that mindset.
I agree. So, but if the thought of running on all 8 cylinders forever does not appeal to you, I'm going to challenge you to just push yourself for 7 months. Push yourself for 7 months, and let's have a conversation at the end of February or on March 1st, and let's see where your business is. I can't guarantee anything because I can't guarantee income. I can't guarantee results, but I'm willing to bet that if you take this serious for the next 7 months and you push yourself to work harder than you've ever worked, you're probably pretty darn close to pink sapphire. You're probably an incentive trip earner. You're probably promoted to the next level. You might be in a whole different place in your business.
And think about this: if you were to do that for an employer, who gets the reward? Not you.
Yeah.
So you have to really think about that and know that you're doing this for yourself. You're the one that benefits from this.
Yeah, I can work really hard all day long for the bank, and I'm very lucky in that I don't hate my job. I have a good job. I'm paid well. Benefits are good. I have a great manager, but it doesn't matter how hard I work for them. It's never I'm never gonna get to outrank my boss. Mm-hmm. She'll have to leave.
And you're never going to be as personally satisfied as you would if it was what you're working for is your goals.
Yeah.
And your accomplishments.
That's true. Well, anything else we want to say about incentive trips before we move on to our final topic? I told you guys this is going to be longer than 30 minutes.
Yeah. We have a habit of going too long.
Well, no, there's a lot of information. This kind of stuff you can't just bottle it up. It's
on a day-to-day basis, we try to fill ourselves with just so much knowledge to just share. And it's hard to get it all into even a 1 hour video. I mean,
Yeah.
I know we rambled a little bit and we kind of get off tangents and stuff like that, but
And we have fun.
yeah, but it's definitely something that as you gain that thirst for knowledge, you just pursue. Pursuit of happiness is to want more knowledge and
Yeah.
to grow and to, there's like a saying that the poor middle class, will give their children chores to do and they'll pay them money, so that teaches them how to work. The rich gives their children books so that they learn how to be a better person, use their mind, and grow that way. So I'm sure I said it all jacked up, but it's along those lines. So
Wasn't sure where you were going. I had never heard that before.
Yeah. See, I don't even share everything with you. It's all here for future use.
Yep. Keeping it in the old memory bank.
When you get down, I just bring up something.
The old fanoodle.
Yeah.